about what is zero deforestation. I think it's important because it does sound like, oh, we're not cutting down any trees, and that's not the case, right? So when you look at what is the component of a commitment that you might want to make, you want to, one, not cut down important high conservation value forest or peat in Indonesia, for example, anything that has very strong ecological values and that has also strong potential for carbon emissions, which is what peat has a very a huge contribution to greenhouse gases. So you want to look at that. Then you also want to look at in your supply chain, how do you ensure sustainable forest management of those forests that are being cut down for your supply chain? And then you want to look at restoration, and you want to bring trees to degraded landscape. What you want to be careful about is not saying, well, if we just go and chop down all the natural forest and then put plantations in instead, that's net zero deforestation. That's not what we want. So it's actually a fairly sophisticated set of criteria that one needs to look at. And I think it's something that makes it complicated for companies, but we're all here to help.
Yeah, I think I'll jump into really fast, and I think that people often ask this question, how are we going to have paper if we don't have a world of deforestation? And I think it's very important. I don't think we would have done our job today if all of you in the room didn't understand, right? A natural forest is very different than a plantation, right? The exact same species of tree planted in nice, neat rows. Is that a forest? No, right? So you can continue to cut down trees in a plantation in a sustainable way, as Tanzi was talking about, but what you can't do in a zero deforestation world is encroach into the natural forest, right? Natural peatland. So it's a may sound like a very complicated issue, and you'll hear people talk about how complicated it gets, but really at the face value of it, it's incredibly simple to understand. And
I want to make one invitation to folks in the room here. Tomorrow we're going to have a discussion, and what's the time of the discussion, Sarah? 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock tomorrow we have a discussion on policy and how companies can get involved safely in the process of identifying policies that create frameworks within which sustainability can happen profitably and to allow robust forest products sector and other sectors to exist.